Welcome to our latest video broadcast. This week I want to discuss summer holidays. Having just come back from my holidays this week, I've been in Spain for 10 days, which was great. So just back into the office this week, so trying to kind of catch up with everything and get back to normal. But in Scotland, this is now the kind of third week of the school summer holidays, and it's quite a challenging time for working parents, and I know this week is the start of the English school holidays as well, so it's certainly a kind of busy time for most people in the UK. So you've got people going off on holiday. It's busy for businesses with staff members, looking to get time off during the school holidays, and your business might actually be quite busy over the summer period as well. It might be a kind of peak trading time for you, so you're trying to kind of balance the need to obviously have people in your business, but also accommodating in holidays. So I guess one of the things that as an employer, I mean, you want to try and be obviously kind of proactive around that, and be engaging with your staff well before the kind of school holidays take effect, and look at various kind of options around that. And the summer is particularly challenging because in Scotland kind of 6.5 weeks that the kids get off, and I know down south it's pretty similar. So that's in most cases more than someone's annual holiday entitlement. So it's a real kind of challenge, and in terms of juggling that. Personally, this year we're quite fortunate because Lorraine's off on maternity leave. We don't have the kind of same challenge with childcare because she's off. But certainly in years gone by, that has been a bit of a challenge for us, where we'll look at things like after school clubs for Harry. He goes to various football camps. I'm pretty fortunate in terms of running my own business that there's flexible working options there, where I might take some time off during the week, work late at night, or do some work at the weekend. So that option is there. And given that I was out on holiday in Spain, with kind of Wi-Fi connection and what have you, you can do some work whilst you're on holiday. So I get that doesn't apply to a lot of business or to a lot of businesses in terms of if you're working in retail or hospitality or it's a trade, you can't have your kind of staff working remotely. So that's probably not an option, but for a lot of businesses it can be. So it's looking at these kind of various options and what you can kind of come up with for your staff. But going back to my point, it's about engaging with your people early on around that. So we all know when the kind of school holidays are. So if you know your people, you kind of know who kind of potentially needs what time off. So it's just having these conversations as early as possible, and just trying to make sure you're kind of balancing that as best you can. Now that's not to say that all your staff that are parents get an automatic right that they get first choice over the holidays. So it doesn't kind of work that way. But it's about communicating as effectively as you possibly can to make sure that they get that time off. Other options around things that you could consider around flexible working, for example, and I've done this in my own business with people in the past, where they might work additional hours during term time. That allows them to kind of bank additional hours, so when the kind of school holidays come about, rather than needing their own annual leave entitlement, they've accrued, additional hours. So that could be banked hours, time off in lieu, whatever you want to call it. So that might be an option for your business, and that might suit you. During your busy periods, you might have a staff member working additional hours, and they're not getting paid any extra for that. They're just banking their hours to use at a time when your business might be a bit quieter, or it suits them because they're needing that time off during the school holidays. So flexible working arrangements might be something that you can kind of look at, and obviously engage with your staff around that. Other stuff I said is just around kind of more home working, for example, using the technology that's there, whether Wi-Fi connectivity and stuff like that these days. There might be options for people to kind of do some work from home, or just change their hours over the school holidays. So that might be something that you want to consider. But the key thing, as I said, is around planning, and it's just making sure that you've done that, you've got all that in place, and don't kind of leave it to the last minute. And then that works both ways. There's nothing more frustrating than as a manager when staff member approaches you maybe a couple of weeks before the holidays are due to start to say they need this time off, and you're like, oh, it's a bit kind of short notice. So make sure you've got adequate policies in place that clearly state the rules around kind of holidays, the notification procedure, you might want to build in rules around the number of people off at any one time, so that you're balancing the needs of your business. So all of that is really important, and just make sure that these policies are shared, that it's completely transparent. There's no point in having it in a handbook that's hidden away and no one knows what the kind of rules are. So, when you're doing team meetings and one-to-ones, I just kind of reinforce that sort of thing during the year. Other options that could be available for people as kind of shift swaps with colleagues. So again, depending on the nature of your business, you might be kind of doing various shift patterns, days off during the week, working weekends, etc. So just kind of having a look at that and seeing if that's an option. But again, it's all part of the kind of planning. So I mean, probably a bit late for this summer, but it was just something that was on my mind with it being the kind of summer holidays, just having my holiday coming back, and obviously I'm trying to juggle a couple of things where I can. But what I'm noticing with some of my clients is that they're particularly quiet because people are off on holiday, and that's causing a challenge for some kind of workload. So something that was on my mind I just wanted to kind of share. And obviously before we know it, we're going to be into the kind of October holiday. So if it has presented a challenge in your business just now is the time to start planning ahead for October, because it's only 3 months away. Very, very quickly the schools will be back, and you're going to be in the same situation perhaps during the kind of October school holidays. So if it has been an impact on your business over the summer, now's the time to start planning ahead to make sure you're not caught out in the same fashion come October. Published a blog on this recently as well, so if you want to kind of just get a bit more information around flexible working, school holidays, etc., then take a look at the blog, which is www.thehrbooth.co.uk/blog. And as always, feel free to reach out if there's any particular questions on this topic or anything else that you want to ask. So thanks for watching, and we'll speak to you soon.